It warms my cold heart to see my boys getting along. Look at that. Looks like a real community in there. What's up, guys? Gang. Just this fucking mic stand, dude. I do it too tight. Fuck! I did my shit too tight. I'm too strong. You guys have phone emotes? You saw the horror Alex one. Yes, that is a horrifying one. That was made by someone I used to know. Why never more Crunker red shirt? Because gimmicks are stupid. It wasn't very comfortable to wear. When I was working with a lot less tech, I went with gimmicks. But I just like doing this. Keeping it real. Keeping it straight with you. But not too straight. We don't want that. We're gonna turn the AC up. It's chilly. It's gonna make it chilly. Oh. We have a good day today. We're back in the saddle. I was tired yesterday. I was really tired. Doing the personal playthroughs is different because it's like just not as vested in being good. I actually care about what I do in Destiny, so hello, it's good to see you. I'm catching up on the lovely chat. You got a new emote? Aw, cute. It was a dog one. Hex, Hyper Hex, Hyper Haste. Ooh, look at these neat guys. I have much fortitude. That's cool, man. I watch most streams on my phone, even though I don't watch a lot of streams. I'm not too into it. I should probably start interacting and watching other streamers. I'm gonna try to start reaching out to some people for the podcast and do more interviews, like other streamers. I want to talk to the people who are covering Chris Chan. What do we know, gang? I am a very, 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 very novice Christorian. Very novice. Incredibly novice. I know I am through the surface level. Maybe down like the one level, but like, you know, the Geno Samuel series, and you know, I'm up on all that. I'm aware. I know what's happening. I'm more up than some, but like the real Christorians, they have me beat. I'm learning new things each and every day. So, neither of you are Chris Chan people at all, like at all. Wow. Okay, we're gonna teach each other something today. We're going to teach each other something today. I have. Hey, Matt. The fuck's the Chris Chan? What's a Chris Chan? Part of me is, and we're not going to do it, part of me wants to indulge myself here and do one of those streams where like you watch YouTube videos and comment on them. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send you all the readings. No, I'm not mispronouncing Christian. How could I do that? Christian Cage, baby! Slap the chest, look for the peeps. So excited for the Kenny Omega Christian Cage match. No, Chris Chan. We're not up on that? Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to take a small detour. You guys really don't know it all. Let's do this. Because it really is absolutely 1000% way too nuanced for me to even begin to like give a description. It's nearly 20 years of history and content and context And it's all come to a head recently. It's kind of it's big talk of the internet type stuff. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I'm very much similar. There's not a lot I'm up on. Especially with like internet or, like live stream world, but this isn't really live streamer culture. This almost goes back to like OG internet culture that's bled into today. If it's so big, why haven't I seen anything about it? That's interesting you haven't. Again, let me go back to a Lewis Black bit from 20 years ago where he talks about a Britney Spears commercial. Now that you said that, you're going to see it all the fucking time now after I give you these two videos. Who's Lewis Black? Don't say that shit. Cap, don't you dare. Don't be saying that kind of stuff to me. That's not real. You don't know who Lewis Black is? You're my sweet summer child. I have so much to show you. Yeah, Lewis Black is an absolute legend. He's up there with like George Carlin, of like comedy legends. And please God, don't say who's George Carlin. Stop it! Stop! No! No! What? No! That's too much. That's too much, man. Oh, so much homework. I had a stream to start, and now I have. Oh. Let's learn. Let's learn. Okay. What do we do first? I'm like overwhelmed now with what to do. Do I get Alright, so I think the first one we started with talking about Chris Chan, so it only seems fair that we continue on that path. Ooh, we do not run in the same. Hey man, this isn't even about circles. But I'm gonna pull up some reading. Let's do this. So Chris Chan down the rabbit hole. So for here, we're gonna do three things. We'll save George Carlin and Lewis Black for another day. Okay. Oh, goodness fucking gracious. Okay, I'm gonna send you. Here's the first one. Oh, I can't wait to see. Oh, I made a clip comp. I'm pretty excited. It's actually up on like the main YouTube channel, which is pretty exciting. We could have look at the face cam here because like it's this is gonna be gaming, and then it's like I'm freaking out, man. There's so much to teach you. Let me send you this, and just watch this on your own time. Watch it during the stream, whatever. It's actually really great. Like it's very interesting. The videos I'm gonna send you are very well done video essays. It's about nearly 3 hours of shit I'm sending you. So watch it on your own time, and we'll talk later when everyone gets all caught up. But if I may ask, it's okay. I don't feel pressure to do it. If everyone, all three of you guys here, just go past this service level in the rabbit hole, we're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about. Especially with what's happened with this Chris Chan individual and the trial they're gonna be facing over the next month and a half. Let me help you get in on this. Let me send you the first bit. This right here was my introduction to Chris Chan. So that right there, it's a 4-year-old video. It came out in 2016. It's what got me into this subject all that time ago. I recommend you start there. That's a great, because again, this person's been sort of online and in the public zeitgeist. I probably use that word wrong all the time, but whatever. You all know what I mean. He's probably been there for, yeah, since 2000, so it's up until 2016. It's still pretty up to date with like the, the everything of it. I'm sorry, I can't really articulate it very well. Then I recommend this one. Let me give it to you in order.
War Thunder, the military online action game, has received.
War Goddamn Thunder. And here's another one. That's the second one I'd recommend checking out. That one is way more in depth. That covers pretty much that one came out about 2 months ago, and it covers up until fairly recently. So then there's that. Then, if you choose to, now you do not need to, you know, let me put this up here. Yep. Comment says, so terrible parents raised a terrible person who was harassed by terrible people that just created a terrible situation. You know, like, and that is a gross oversimplification, but you could not, if somebody said you need to describe it in about a sentence or two, that is the best sentence you could put together. It is so deep, complex, and if I may for a second, because that is the community we foster here. This is a little corner of the LGBT community. I like to consider this a nice little slice of that community here. Don't be confused. Like, this doesn't have anything to do. Like, this one person, there kind of comes a point where Chris Chan, you know, apparently came out as trans. I can't remember where at the time, like 2014 or 15. That doesn't have as much bearing on the story as now, like, people want it to. You need to see it. You need to see the context, because if I go to this, you know, this big diatribe about it without anybody understanding, which is what I'm seeing happen a lot right now. Let me get to why I'm talking about this, and then we'll play Destiny. I'm sorry, this is so fucked up, because so something happened recently that's causing everyone to talk about this. I'm sure you're seeing all this stuff. Yes, a very nuanced situation. Intensely nuanced situation. And then finally, so this is the last piece I'll have on Christian. If you want to just dive fully in. The first one, good surface level, that came out 4 years ago. The second one, a pretty good, complete, comprehensive history over the course of 2.5 hours. And then if you actually be like, wow, I'm really into this, I need to know more. I need to understand all of the context. That third video is a 60-part documentary. It's about nearly 60 hours. You don't need to do any of this. But just understand that it's a very complex thing that's filling my brain today. And the reason being is because this Chris Chan, for all that we've said and all that's been said about it, has recently been arrested for incest and has a protective order against them because they apparently, and there is very hard concrete proof out there, that they had non-consenting relations with their mother, who is allegedly, or not, you know, it's just not confirmed, possibly could be suffering from dementia. So that's what's brought us here. So like now we're at Ragnarok. You know what I mean? It's like the ultimate in what could have happened with this story has now happened. And a lot of people have been following it since 2000. Now, I've only been on board since about 2016. But these people who have been following for that long, it's really this merging of the mainstream news now coming to cover it, and they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then this massive influx of people who have been covering Chris for 20 years being like, God, you need to shut the fuck up. And you need to stop. It's, yeah. When mainstream outlets get a hold of nuanced stories like this with so many years of lore and build up, they're going to sum it up in one article. How can they sum it up in one article? You can't do that. Yeah, it's a horrible situation. Someone's been hurt. So that's the part that isn't funny. But it's everything like leading, again, it's like, you know, everything leading up. I mean, imagine, I really can't, there's nothing to imagine. I can't go, well, imagine this happened. At least mom doesn't remember. That's what we don't know. We don't know. It is, again, like, you know, no one ever deserves to have a crime like that committed on them. Assault, sexual or otherwise. But, like, that's where, like, the nuance of this situation comes in, where it's like, it's so fucked up. It's so not okay. But if you knew, you knew. Yeah, no, it's incredibly effed up. But it's, while effed up, it is a hell of a just raw and completely documented look at the human condition, mental disability, and our ability to, you know, we're able to care for people with mental disability early, the way that their lives can be enriched, as opposed to if you just, this is just like letting a wound fester for 20 years. Dude, I'm not either. It is nonfiction tragedy, but it's also kind of fiction. Again, it's there. It's there for you. Don't, you know, do or don't. But it has been occupying my mind, and it's hard not to think about it. Because for as tragic as a character can be, their misdeeds at a certain, you know, throughout like a person's disabilities or whatever, there's a certain point where you don't feel as much of it. Like how, it can be, but I'm one of those weird ones where it's like, I don't know. With the monetization of anything, really, I can't. Oh, intermission screen, sorry. Thank you. That's why I have my lovely viewers. As much as Captain Nom wants to see this big, sexy face. Where's the fucking Gambit badges I wanted? I'm actually going to get them today. Like, true crime, while, like, I mean, everything gets, you know. I love true crime, but I also...
Yeah, that was made for you.
There's a level of disrespect that comes with,
That was made for you.
Oh, God, how do I word this? Because I want to get it right. Because, yeah, like, I feel like it's just my morbid curiosity attracts me to things like that. That doesn't always mean it's right. You know, again, that goes back to, I think we were talking about the, fucking Drifter. I'm glad this gang gets it. But it goes back to, like, ethically sourced porn, you know? We were talking about that the other day. And why, like, maybe the thing, you know, when Pornhub went and, like, had that big purge of all unverified content. Kind of sucked. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? That probably got rid of a lot of revenge porn and a lot of non-consent. Like, it probably did help. Because that's real fucking Wild West. But ethically sourced porn where everyone's consenting and being either compensated or, you know, whether it's monetarily or, you know, them being filmed is helping them achieve something. Well, that's awesome, you know? And I think everybody benefits there. But, you know, like, revenge porn and things up there against people's will, or even, like, you know, the porn industry, just because it's, you get a paycheck and it is technically consensual. It's like, is it though? Like, there's a lot of times where, it's like, you know, drugs play a factor, manipulation, you know. I doubt there's a union. I don't know. But welcome back, Lawman. We're talking about porn and dirty stuff. No, but like, that's where I go with, like, true crime, where it's like, what's the, you know, why are you doing it? What's the purpose? But at the end of the day, I feel like you should be able to monetize something if you worked on it. And even controversial boring point, I don't care. I just won't be like Airsoft Fatties. As long as that fucking... No, I think PC is just saying hateful shit. Saying dirty, lewd shit. We're all about that here. Twitch is big about monitoring hateful content, which is obviously there's no place for that here. Discussion, hell yeah. Me and Cap has put forth like some of the best talks we've had on this channel. It's actually fucking great. If you do make it, yeah, you should be able to make money from it, or you should be benefiting from it. It's like being an actor, you know, like that's why there's SAG after like. I don't know if that one exists for pornography, or if it does, if it's up to snuff. I couldn't tell you, but and yeah, I mean, I think it's all about empathy. Because then we talked about this. Like, I come from a very abrasive culture, and like I like it. I come from a kind of burnt. And Maddie's actually here, and he could probably offer more of an insight. It's like we're harsh on each other in a pretty silly way, but we're, you know, at least we're just a bit of a Ragnarok. But in terms of Maddie, incoming at the Gulch. Oh, Maddie's fucking X videos. That's right. I do know about. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what the real world is. It's about empathy. I really feel like there's a, you know, a lot of it comes from, are you punching up or down? I feel like there's something to be said about that. Context. But I like saying abrasive and edgy things. But where do you come? You know, it's where are you coming from? And if you do cross a line, are you willing to? You don't ever make an attempt to cross lines, but if you do, you need to. There's a literal disorder about empathy deficit. Incoming at the depot. Maddie's title's like, Big Bear folks you so hard. Blockers must die, brother. What the fuck are we? We're gonna play hard today. Ah, gobble immunity. Ah! It's a triple block.
I spot a high-value target. Give him hell. Taking runt popping up on the enemy side. Good. Portals up.
The OnlyFans title. Dude, you gotta do the OnlyFans. I know, I thought about doing the Invader, but not yet. But like, is there ethically sourced true crime? That's where I go with like, as harsh as it is, right? Imagine if every bit of history, and you're kind of seeing that happen now, in a way, not to this big fucking like, oh, this is 1984 shit that like dumb fucks like Charlie Kirk will say, where it's like, yo, fucker, that book is written about dicks like you. Not really, but you know. No, I'm over it. Fine. But like, imagine if every insensitive or disturbing or, you know, just like think of the negative word. Imagine if all those were just kind of scrubbed from history and not talked about. And like, is the line is, well, we could talk about it when they're dead. If they're, you know what I mean? It's like, and I totally understand printing nonsense, printing fucking slander about people. And again, like, the big thing is like, you should always be able to say like, well, there's laws in place to prevent this. Obviously, the fucking justice system's fucked, so you can't like ever default on that and say, well, there's laws in place. But in a perfect world, like, that's why you have libel and slander laws. Ask fucking me. I'm currently dealing with it. You know, some bullshit like that, where it's like, as wrong as you may feel, it's like these are the stories of our history, of our Yeah, like it's all about respect. It's like just you gotta kind of tell the facts, but like, you know, making stories sexier. That's disrespectful. Like the method of storytelling, like, you know, leaving a cliffhanger where there actually is one. I can understand people being a little upset about that. But that's just you're still making a piece of art or product at the same time. Like. You know, I'm sure, because I haven't seen it, right? So let's just say this creator is doing a mukbang. Let's say I'm doing a mukbang. And I want to tell you about this murder that's being covered. I mean, if it's, I don't know, if the information's out there, that's kind of the freedom of sharing that information, and whether or not it's a mukbanger doing it, I mean, it's kind of, so it seems irrelevant, doesn't it? It's just what they're just talking about, something that's out there. And obviously, if they're gonna say insensitive things, because I haven't seen it, I have no idea what the video is, and I'm just curious. This is one of our fun talks. If they're just talking about it while doing a mukbang, I don't think that's. I think that's just somebody doing something and talking about something. If somebody was doing a mukbang while talking about like the Cosby trial. Yeah, that's kind of just a person eating, talking about something. You know, it's already. Would it be better if they just weren't eating? Like, if the content's out there, like that's the Chris Chan thing. It's funny how that started all this. If it's out there, we should, as long as you approach it with empathy and and understanding, you should be able to talk about anything, really. That's when we get lost in, oh well, we just shouldn't talk about it. Talk about everything. You don't have to be present. I'm saying like the royal you know what I mean? And yeah, no, mukbangs, I mean, just...
Enemy invader is down.
Yeah, like, how is it not funny? Like, how is it not funny? I know mukbang is really just eating. Obviously, you know, I'm oversimplifying, but at the end of the day, it's like it's a person eating a lot of food, doing a mukbang, talking about true crime that exists. You know, it is there. It's not like it's. Then yeah, it's hammer time, baby. Big Daddy Titan Hammer, getting flipped. Oh well, at least I didn't want to know.
Brother?
Also, fun people. We have a fun Discord if you're here for the first time. I'm not done ranting, but I'd love to see you guys go there. Join us and talk.
Who's better than you? No
Who
one.
better than Canyon?
Everybody else.
But that's where it's like, talking about a tragedy of people suffering seems real fucked up to do while doing a silly thing like a mukbang. So to you, a mukbang may be a silly thing. And I mean, obviously, like on the surface level, it is. SpongeBob SquarePants is a silly show, right? But the creator who makes that, and not all of them are Nikocado avocados who seem unhinged. I bet there's plenty of people who mukbang for the living. That's their job. That's how they make that's what they do. They're a creator who does mukbangs. It's probably not silly to them. It probably, yeah, mukbangs are very serious. But it's like, if you ask Steven Hillenburg about SpongeBob before he passed, it was his passion. He was his passion. He poured his heart and his soul into it. And then, you know, what we see is you know, Patrick, SpongeBob, you know, it's funny shit. But it's serious to him, the person who created it. These streams are a great example. I'm a fucking goofball. I play Destiny on here. We talk. I mean, you know, I'm not even doing podcasts at the moment, which was, you know, even more sort of grounded in what we called like old entertainment, closer to radio shows. But like each time I walk away from these streams, I like do all right, I think I did okay there. Like there's a moment of introspection where like, did I do okay? Was that a good 2 hours? Did I entertain the people that were in front of me? Like, there's not much difference between what I'm doing in a mukbang instead of eating. I'm playing a game. Obviously, I don't want to dismiss the nuances because just It's just based on what I know and what I've seen. Because I don't think this is silly. I take this very seriously. I still have fun. But like, this is one of the most important things in my life, doing the streams. So if I was just doing a stream right now and I wanted to, again, like Chris Chan, I know a lot about Chris Chan. I know a ton, to the point where it's like I could answer most questions, you know, and then still, like, you have real Christorians who they know everything. This person is sitting in jail right now for allegedly performing a sexual crime on their mother. That's not funny. But the 20 years leading up, some of the content, I mean, that I'm funny. So like, I'm funny and I'm going to talk about something that's in my head. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how, that's what I operate on. That's what my content is, really. It's turn the camera on and let me show you what's going on in my head right now. I'll try to organize it as best as I can, but tragedy's tragedy and it's horrible. But at the same time, it's human nature to, like,
Bring a sword.
don't say you're not this person, because deep down we all are. It's like when you see the car wreck, you see the train wreck. That's why you can't look away. It's gonna be human nature. It's all about approaching it with respect.
All right, hold on to something.
And I don't think it's respectful to pretend it isn't happening. If you know, if the Sally Sue murders are the hottest topic in the country, and Sally Sue's parents are still alive and it's still happening, it's still gonna be talked about. Dude, the O.J. Simpson trial, those were horrific murders. Horrific murders. Tragedy consumption thing, doom scroll. I know it has something to do with doom scrolling, like, it's, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're, oh God, what is that word?
Hostiles inbound at the beach.
When we find that word, we'll all rejoice. And the Drifter is a fucking tragedy. Fuck that douche. However, we don't just consume tragedy. We also consume happiness in life. I love a good story about tragedy just as much as I like to hear about the newest baby that was born, or the person that was saved out of the car wreck. Not every person is, well, how many people died in that car wreck? It's, well, what happened at the car wreck? If 100 people lived or 100 people died, your interest is pretty high either way. And that's really what it is. Just humans need to feel connections. They need to feel like we're connected. If somebody's suffering, you know what? For the most part, most people are going to see that and they're going to feel empathy and they're going to feel bad and they're going to feel hurt. And most of the times it's well wishes. It's just that we amplify the voices of, you know, negativity so much. Not to say that there's plenty, there's too much, you know, online negativity is fucking horrible. But we spend too much time trying to, like, scrub, but let's just take it away. Get rid of the bad. No, if you see negativity, if you are so inclined to change it, then you need to combat it with some positivity. That's just my 2 cents. As I get fucking murdered. As I get treated with no mercy.
High value target. Burn it down.
It's always different when it hits close to home, hits to you. But let me tell you, as somebody whose life has been fucking I'm simply of the opinion that serious topics should only be entertaining if those who are suffering are doing it or saying it's okay.
Vader inbound. Hunt.
Okay. That's an interesting opinion. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I love you, Cap. You make me think. See, this is this is why I went to mature audiences. Again, I see that's fine. Like a disabled person making a joke about their disability, right? But what if I make a really funny joke about someone's disability and they think it's hilarious? And it's not hateful. And it's not from a place of, haha, fuck you, you're disabled. It's from a place of, haha, hey, this sucks, doesn't it? Trying to make the most out of, you know, treating a disabled person that, well, you don't get to have jokes from me. Doesn't that kind of make them feel worse? Obviously, don't be a fucking hateful bastard. Like, I mean, I'm not disabled. I'm overweight. If you come up to me and say, "What's up, fatty fuck, fat boy?" Like, I have some control over my weight. You know, it's something I could change. But at the same time, it's like, fuck you. Like, you're just being a piece of shit.
High value targets. Right. Get him.
That's always wrong. That sounds like a specific situation with a friend rather than using it to make a joke to the... I mean, I agree with... But, like, I would agree with it as a joke to the general public as well. Is the joke funny? Did you hurt anybody with the joke? Was the joke meant to attack someone in a wheelchair? Or was it meant to highlight struggles they face? Maybe to almost kind of, like, tip a cap to someone. Like, again, I don't feel like... removing a group's ability to be joked at, I feel like that's taking from them. I feel like anytime you pursue, like, what's the difference?
Allies invading the other side.
I'm trying to think of a good comparison because I see where you're coming from.
Watch it. You're shedding moats.
But that's the one thing for, like, the relations. Like, I'm not saying anybody is saying it's okay. I'm of the belief that you shouldn't be telling people what's okay to say. For the most part, you can't threaten somebody. You can't be, again, if you're overtly hateful, you're obviously going to get slapped the fuck down. Fucking shit. But, I mean, then that's when you get into the whole, like, yeah, see, that's actual nuance. Now, this is pod racing. Let's maybe blow this fucking gambit. Like, here, I'll give you a perfect, actually a great example, right? This dude, Tony Hinchcliffe, right? He went up there, I think he had a Chinese comic introduce him. You know what? I want to switch it to Asian because I can't, I'm almost positive I can't remember the opening comedian's name, but the Tony Hinchcliffe, or Heathcliff, however the fuck you say it, was actively making fun of him for being Chinese. So that, excuse me for not doing my due diligence there, but, you know, I hate to assume, but let's just say a Chinese comedian introduced him. He was his opener. Apparently did really well. People were laughing. It was really funny. Then Tony Hinchcliffe comes on stage, and one of the first things, and I'm not going to use the slur, the C slur, ends on a K. I'm sure you can figure that out. He went up there, just straight up was like, "Oh, I saw you cheering for that C slur. I saw you blank, you R traders, cheering for that C slur." And then he started doing the accent. There is zero funny about that. There's no nuance to that joke. There's no context stating like, like, you know, we're not. That was straight up a guy saying, "Wow, I hate you, crowd, because you laughed at this Chinese man and you thought he was funny, and I think you're an R trader for doing so." There was nothing. You couldn't sit there and say, "Well, you didn't get the joke." There was nothing to get. You know, like, there's absolutely nothing to get. And yeah, like, not only, even if it was a punching up scenario, even if fucking Andrew Yang or someone, like, you know, someone who is definitely not punching the fuck up, even if Andrew Yang goes out and introduces him, someone who's way more well-known, or Steven, I'm trying to think of just well-known members of the Asian community, not just Chinese. But I'm trying to get into Tony's mind here of like, you know, whether it was someone more famous or less, that's just gross. There's nothing redeeming or funny there. Right there is when you should go, "Oh, fuck you. That's stupid. You shouldn't, you know, like, that kind of disqualifies you from a lot of shit."
Enemy team melted their primeval.
But like a well thought out joke. Yeah, no, this match I spent talking, and I love it. I love it so much more. This is when I'm in my element, man. I'm not a good gamer, but I like to talk. I'm gonna go harder next time. Fucking zero motes. Yeah, I was not paying attention. I was talking the whole time. But that's when you're really restricted. And I hate to go like all, you know, American now, but that's interfering with freedom of speech. Now, you're not free from consequence. If you say something, right? If I said something right now that I'm just like, no, I don't think that's offensive, and 80% of the world said, yeah, dude, that's really offensive, I probably said something really offensive that I shouldn't have said. When you use sensitivity readers for representation, writers usually use I'm unfamiliar with that term. What is a sensitivity reader? A good example would be, there's another good example. Nam, I love you, Nam. You have fostered some of my, I'm going to go to Facecam. Give me like 5 minutes on Facecam. Someone who reads for offensive content, misrepresentation, stereotypes, bias, lack of understanding, etc. A sensitivity reader will often come from a specific nation or community that the author is writing about. Very interesting. But because I will say one thing is I'm not a big like, well, hear my opinion, but if you want to know it, I'll share it, and I'm always open to new information. I'm gonna face cam for like 5-10 minutes so we can finish this convo. This is great. I love this kind of stuff. Offensive versus hateful is really where I go into. And also, chronicling history. But I'm not one of the people that thinks the Confederate monument should stay up. That's fucking stupid. Obviously put them in a museum. Like, I don't, I hate to like jump all over the place with like just like buzz and hot topics, but I guess we're kind of on the subject of it. Maybe just give you like the Spark Notes version of me is preserve history always as much as you can, but then you put it in a place of history. Museums. We have a place for them. Museums. Not the front lawn of the fucking Capitol. Museums. Halls of knowledge. Libraries. Doritos Locos lasted longer than the Confederacy. It did, and it still lives on today. The Doritos Locos Confederacy lives on to this day. It's a very, very interesting thing. But with jokes, especially someone, I'm a comedian, not a great one, but I'm still a comedian. And absolutely, marginalized groups aren't listened to for the most part. You know what I mean? It changes when you feel like change happens when marginalized groups start getting listened to by the mainstream, and then the mainstream is the one who goes and makes the changes. That's how it always happens. That's how this majority, not even majority rule, because obviously we could easily fall into like minority rule. It happens all the time. That's why the Iraq War happened. But being sensitive is important. It is. But it's like that comment about the real world, like, well, this is the real world, you're just making it shitty. There's a half and there's a half to it. The world isn't inherently good and the world isn't inherently bad. The world is the world. Oh, and dude, we'll talk, but the white knighting, I think we'll find ourselves agreeing on, because that's not lost to me, that great white savior. I've been through that. He was me. I went through a situation like that where sometimes you got to realize that it's your own guilt powering you to want to make a change. And you think you can make this big change because now you're guilty and now you see the light. But sometimes the best thing you can do when you spent a long time in ignorance is just listen. Just listen. Just listen. Just keep your eyes open, and instead of being like, all right, I get it now. I'm the leader of this. You just get it and you listen. My big thing, especially when it comes to dealing with issues with people of color, let's just say, black Americans. I've never been black. Tell me. I've never. I can give you all the facts and data I can tell you what I've seen, but I've never been black before, ever, not for a single day. And I don't think I could handle it if I was. I think, what's her name? Is it Jane Austen? I don't know, the one who did the experiment, like, that straight up asked people, like, would you want to be treated like that? Would you want to be, like, the answer is no. I couldn't handle it. It's too tough. Yeah. CRT, critical race theory, it's such a hot button topic right now, and I'm out of school, but it's like I'd like my kids to listen and learn. You know, I love living here. Love living in the United States. It's my home. I love Maryland specifically, but it's like we got to talk about how we got here. I can't just do the default like, "Oh, my ancestors were Russian Jews in Scotland and getting run off." It's beside the point. It is. So there's not a ton of research I've done on it either, but as somebody who went through the public school system, race relations aren't taught. It's a very sugar-coated version that we were given. And it doesn't help. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't. The conversations that we have right now, we don't even agree all the way, Kat. But like, even like, I'd consider us on the same side here. Like, we need to have these conversations all over the place about the language we use, about where it comes from, how we talk. Because then the big thing I noticed is that when some progress is made, but then there's infighting amongst, more progressive people about, well, how far should we be going? Obviously, the answer is always go all the way, but, how do you... Get nuanced. Story for another day. But when it comes to being sensitive, making jokes, I really think it depends on where are you coming from. Where's your heart? And obviously, it's so easy to tell when somebody's backpedaling. Yes. That's you could say what you want, but you're not free from the consequences of somebody saying it back. However, if there's no real harm committed, like if there's no real, like, I'm looking to hurt you, and it's just a bit of a discussion, you shouldn't be looking to make that person lose their job or lose their platform or something like that. But like when someone like Alex Jones goes up there and says hateful, dangerous stuff about the Sandy Hook shootings, saying it didn't happen and harassing parents to their faces, that's criminal. That's wrong. There's nothing redeemable about that. That's not freedom of speech. That's you harassing someone. I'm going through that. God, I'm done with it currently, That difference of saying the truth or saying what, your opinion, something like that. And I guess. Think we need to get Alex kicked off Twitch. Maddie, I have some news for you, friend. While it's very easy to get kicked off Twitch, you're not as familiar. People much more saucy than me are using this platform as we speak. So, I think I'll be okay. If you ever get a chance, the debate culture in Twitch is just crazy. I couldn't enter it. Like, look at how I talk here. I'm really good I have thoughts and I like to talk, but unless I can get them organized, I'm useless at a debate. Absolutely useless. This was a great talk. I'm gonna go back to playing this game. We're still gonna talk though. And I hate to sound all libertarian because I'm definitely not. It's just when it comes to like speech and how we talk. Yeah, debate me culture. I hate it. It's just bastardized debates. It really is. And I get it. It's the DIY. I get the last good faith debate I saw was the Vosh Charlie Kirk one. I don't like Tim Pool. I don't like Charlie Kirk. Oh, that culture. Yep. He messaged me the other night, yesterday. I had to tell him don't ever contact me again. Again, for the third time. Had him blocked for 3 years. I have no fucking idea how that... I guess you have to reapply it. Just sick of it. If you cannot contact me, if you find yourself being like, yep, he is. I don't care. I left, dude. Maddie, and I'm sure you've heard about it. We'll talk. I don't want to talk on air about it because I love you very dearly. You're very special to me. You're a good friend, but I'm not going around any of them anymore. The whole fucking thing. It's just, it's too... Whew. You know, I'm a ghost. The only thing I'm going to say is, if you find yourself not able to contact me, it's because I don't want you to contact me. So... I'm almost max rank in Gambit? I'm accomplishing something? No, Maddie, dog. You know you could bring up any. You know what I mean? Like, you don't... This is my life. Like, you know what I mean? I'm living my life every day. I hope to be over this. I'm going to a new world. I'm leaving. This, frankly, is I'm leaving everything. Everything. All of it. I have to. It's the only way I'm going to be happy. Mythic 3, Legend, and Max Rank. Fuck yeah, baby. We're doing this. But I need to put a major focus on happiness and contentness and feeling comfortable, not feeling unsafe. And I feel unsafe too much. So. Goddamn, leave it on a jet plane. Oh! Unrelated note, douchebag. It wasn't you. I got a copyright claim from you the other day on YouTube. It's not like a strike, but I got one of my videos claimed. So enjoy the revenue, butthole. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, it was on one of the yeah, yes, I'm not kidding. I think it might still be. I'll go check after this Gambit. I'm almost positive it's still there, yeah. It said, your video has been copyright claimed. I'm like, are you kidding me? By who? And then I go and look, and it says, Matthew W. Rockville. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But then it said it was CD Baby did it. So obviously it's through CD Baby. So yeah, I guess go check them. Go see if they paid you. Wish they did. They better have. Fuck. Debate me, Captain Nom. The culture we have here, and you'll actually kind of see it, is it's speak your mind culture. I like that you are safe to say what you think here. If it's kind of a shitty take, we're not. I hate that. Like, let's punish you. No, like, let's tell you why it was a bad take.
Bring a sword.
Educate.
Let's bet big. Think you could eat a hive knight? These are the questions you ask yourself.
Bait. Ha
Transmat firing.
You always have the opportunity to educate someone and make a
Bring
friend.
them moats to the bank. Hostiles
Whenever you have an
incoming at
uncomfortable
command.
conversation. Absolutely. You know what my default is? I notice it has helped me. Whenever somebody is even, because there's always a willingness. Like, if somebody's not willing to listen and learn, don't waste your breath. If you're ever having a conversation with someone that doesn't agree with you, and they say something along the lines of, in a very genuine manner, like, hey, you know what? Teach me. Like, show me. I found that the good tone to use to get their attention is excitement. Be like, okay, like, yeah, I got you. And then it's up to you to be a good teacher. Enthusiastically tell your point in a manner that not like, see, I told you so. The manner like, oh, yeah, if you're willing to listen, I'll tell you. Like, even if you don't agree with it, I'm happy to give you the information you asked for. And then ask for the same, if they have it. Like, that's the tone. The tone in these arguments when you're debating someone, if you get new information, it should be kind of excitement. A new point. If you're presented with new information from the opposing side, and there's a chance it can take your point even further. Like, you need to have enough faith in your ideas to have them challenged like that. Because when they're challenged, that's what validates them. That's science. It's you seeing something and you putting it to the test against other things.
Find them before they find you.
teaching somebody that otherwise wouldn't have learned something, that's a privilege you get, and you should always respect that person, whether or not whether you were having a horrible, dark argument with them and you think they're the biggest piece of shit in the world, and they could be, but everyone's redeemable. I really believe that.
Enemy invader down. Free to hunt.
Let's see. I think there's a kind of anime, but I think there is a thing about it not being on the person telling you you're wrong to educate you as well. I don't agree, and I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. I don't like that because you have someone. It's never your responsibility to do things you don't want to do. Ever. There's no responsibility for me to stream. There's no responsibility for you to come to the stream. But we seem like a no, not still porn talk, lol. We're doing a deep philosophical talk. I don't know. I'm having a fucking good time right now. This is one of my most favorite streams ever because I get to talk about stuff that I don't get to talk about a lot. So again, Captain Nam, I thank you so much for your role in keeping this a thinking channel. For every bit of me stretching and dancing on a chair, we'll have a serious talk. But I really think it's a part of the human experience where it's like something as simple as getting a vaccine, wearing a mask. That's our responsibility. It's our responsibility to do small things for people, to keep them healthy, to keep them safe, to educate them. Like, you obviously don't need to launch into a giant diatribe about why this or that, but like if you have the opportunity to give it to them in a bite-sized format, isn't that the same as like I don't know, if you see a car coming and someone else doesn't, just give it a quick, oh hey, there's a car coming, like, instead of going, it's not my responsibility to tell them, you know, it isn't, but at the same time it's like, but you know, you could.
Hostiles incoming at the burrow.
Let's see. Well, if it's telling you you're not knowledgeable talking about it, like, yeah, you know, it's. I could also understand that. I've actually seen a couple of black creators talk about that. I'm trying to think of the channels. They talk about their cartoon channels. Fuck, what are they? We might be talking about the same channel. I just discovered them. They're really good. Fuck, what's it called? I can't remember. I'll go look it up. Like that whole, if you have somebody who's maybe even like a little bigoted, or maybe not understanding of, like, you know, like think of like in the gay, trans, you know, community, all that, LGBT. If you have somebody that's like not hateful but doesn't understand, maybe it's just, again, you gotta understand, if you weren't raised in a super conservative household, that shit sticks, dude. It does. I was not raised in a super conservative household. Oh yeah, and getting all your info on TikTok isn't great either. But it's not great to get all your info from one space. You gotta have a nice diet. And then combine your online info with your personal. You know, it's all about combinations. Or don't, man, and ignore all of it. I don't think that makes you a bad person either.
Portal's ready. Go say hello.
We have still being attacked here.
Your allies invading.
Yeah. People genuinely want to know about. You see, now another disagreement I have with you there in that statement is just a part of it. I don't think it's in bad faith for the most part. I really, like when you hear it. I feel like anybody asking a question for the, like, it's not usually as bad faith as you think. Maddie, I'll see ya. That's one of the things that keeps so many people from having conversations. We've lost that ability, and believe me, I hate confrontation. But like we always mistake it for this person's, you know, asking me, I don't know, like you said, bad faith. A lot of times we're not acting in bad faith. We're acting out of not knowing, curiosity. Again, you know, like nature, nurture, fucking all those buzzwords I could say, but like I know a lot of people who really just don't fucking get it. God, there's a really great moment. I know it's a TV show, so it's not like a great, like, here's a moment.
Watch it. You're shedding moats.
But, like, there was I think it was the first episode of the relaunch of Queer Eye. Which I love. Great show, by the way. And they have this guy on. He's just like, again, you'd call redneck. You know, just like that. I can't remember exactly where he's from, but you could have said Georgia, Virginia, Carolina type redneck. That coastal redneck type. But he seemed like a genuinely kind of sweet guy, you know? But if you're asking, I bet he came up with conservative ideals. You know what I mean? It's the type of person they target for that show. But at one point, he says something, and they're like, and he's like, it's genuinely kind of sweet. Is this coastal redneck guy who's probably never spent any significant amount of time around a homosexual, bisexual, any member of the LGBT community in their life, is sitting down having a conversation with these gay gentlemen, and just straight up ask the question, like, so, like, how does it work? Which one of you is the husband and which one of you is the wife? And I remember watching that, and I remember kind of, like, you know, chuckling to myself a little bit, because that is, you know, it's silly. It's not how it works. But then they stopped the show, and they had this really nice talk with the guy. It really seemed like it wasn't, you know, it seemed very off the cuff. You could tell, even in reality shows, you could tell when it's unscripted. Or when it's, you know, when there's something heavily scripted, or there's something that's a little more raw. This was like this really, like, these guys all stop, like, oh, hold on, like, you know, that's not how it works. That's also, like, kind of offensive to say. But, like, just quickly, like, let's stop, let's address this, let's teach you, and then we can move on. Like, from that point on, that guy knows forever, and you got to make the world a little bit of a better place. They did. And that guy, at the end of that episode, when he cried, I cried. That was a beautiful episode. That show rules. Queer Eye's a great show. So again, that's not, you can't use TV as this big catch-all for, see, that's how real life works. You know, that's not lost on me that I do that a lot. But, like, those are the conversations that I can see happening. That's the idealist in me, where, like, I see where you're coming from. It's like a lot of people ask in bad faith. I do believe that, but at the same time, I really feel like there's a lot of beautiful moments we have to really keep chipping away at this bullshit normality we built for centuries and centuries and millennia. To really get to that new world, that new way of thinking. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen by canceling J.K. Rowling on Twitter. You know, J.K. Rowling will do that to herself, that dumb fuck. That fucking idiot. They'll do it to themselves. That's not what accomplishes it. What accomplishes it is, again, making it normal. Explaining it. Not, you know, like, this isn't some radical take. Let's tell you. Instead of telling somebody, like, imagine if all 5 of them had said, no, honey, like, fuck you, and do your own research. It's not up to me to tell you why that was offensive. You didn't really accomplish anything there, in my opinion. You did worse. That person's probably going to hate you a lot more. You missed so much. It's okay. Oh, I talked a lot. It was good. We'll go back. I'll show you the VOD. This was a great stream for talking and sharing my mind. Alright, let's finish this. That's right, Lawman listens. Lawman, we're going to turn you into a worldly boy. You're going to be the most progressive Belgian on the planet. You don't even know it yet.
Primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down and take this camp. Yes, sir, that's
What they did right there while we lost is they did the Vince McMahon thing. Instead of worrying about making themselves better, they just keep attacking everyone else and failing. Clip for your boyfriend. I was gonna do it. Can I do a full spin? Yep, full spin. Hold on. Alright. Now. Alright, gotta get three spins in. Whew. I'm fucking dizzy. Let me. Where is it? I made a clip compilation. I'm gonna share it. Tell me what you guys think. That was the first. I've got to put more stuff on the YouTube. I have a clip up there. Proud of it. I'm gonna start doing this more. If you guys, you know, with the clips you guys make, I pulled like good ones and I made a nice 5-minute compilation of stuff. I'm gonna start putting those. Because we have 2 YouTubes. We have the VOD YouTube, which is, it's the same as the Twitch. I save all the videos on Twitch, and it's also on YouTube if you want to watch all the VODs. But then there's like a YouTube where I'm going to put, it's just M3 on air, that has, it'll have like podcasts and videos when I get around to making them. Because I'm finally fucking around with the video software. So I'm going to start doing some, I don't know, just your standard YouTube videos, hopefully. You'd like that? Please? Yeah. No, I'd really like to do that. Like some reviews, some. You say it as a word. VOD. It's video on demand. No, it's. You challenge me every day to be a better person, Captain. Okay? Some days I resist. Others I do not. Okay. VODs. Are we happy? I'm glad you're happy. This has been a wonderful week. And I appreciate Lawman, Cap. So this was the first week on the kind of schedule. This is the first week of the rest of our lives in this channel. I know I've been at this game for so long, but like, my opinion, this was the first week of the real this. When are we gonna play Iron Banner? Maybe this weekend, if it's not gone, because I'm not streaming this weekend. So if you guys wanted to hang out and play games this weekend, hit me up in the Discord. If I'm around, that can actually be fun. Now, why did I even fucking move it? My slip desk. Hit this fucking vape too.
And drop those moats in the bank.
Also, Cap, tell your boyfriend I have a planned podcast starting soon. Okay, I'm thinking about starting in about a month. I'm thinking about starting it after AEW's All Out. I'm doing a wrestling podcast. I'm gonna do a weekly wrestling podcast. And I'm not going to reveal the title yet because it's a great title and nobody has it yet. So I'm going to I want to make sure it doesn't get stolen. Millie, Tucker, quit fighting. No, there's not. Dude, that's it's the same thing as streaming on Twitch, you know what I mean? It's like there's plenty of it out there. You just need to find 100 people who will listen to you, and then you're happy. It works. I like your boyfriend. He seems nice. I think we'd get along really, really well. Ask him, does he do the Conrad Thompson podcast? Like, what are his favorites? I do need to know this. But I'm gonna do one. I have in the past. I have covered wrestling before. I covered wrestling for a site once upon a time. But I'm gonna start covering it on my own again. Just the once weekly. I think on Saturdays is probably when I'll put it out or record it. And I think I'm gonna cover just mainly outside of WWE stuff. I think I'm gonna cover the big 5 in the US. Tights and Fights. That's a good one.
Go make a mess. Your allies invading the other side.
Millie, stop being a jerk. The Conrad Thompson ones are decent if you like to hear from the wrestlers themselves, but wrestlers are also liars.
value target. Give 'em
And
hell.
bullshitters.
Vader inbound. Hunt.
Dog and kid are fighting. Go settle that next time I get killed. Settle that dispute.
Your invader's back. One.
Oh, parenthood. Yeah, no, dude, JR is a bitter old fucker. It's funny. I go, you know what, dude? I go back and forth with Jim because at the same time, Jim is a bitter old fucker. But at the same time, a lot of his reactions, it really is tough with the Bell's palsy. Like, part of it's true, but there's a degree of sarcasm that he's not able to convey because of his Bell's palsy, which kind of sucks. Because you can tell he's a funny dude, and he's also incredibly tolerant dude. And I give him credit in a world of fucking bitter old men who don't want to change with the times. Jim changed a lot, and while always sharing his opinions on, you know, oh, that piece of shit, you know, he didn't fucking know. There's so much more sarcasm in his voice that gets lost, sadly, because of his condition. But no, at the same time, there's a lot of bitterness. There's a lot. He also says some funny shit. He says some funny shit. He's a mad stoner, if you didn't know.
Enemy invader down.
That's a new fact.
Portal's ready. Grab your gun.
But like, I like Kurt Angle too. But like, I'd rather listen to JR sometimes, because then, you know, every time I listen to Kurt Angle tell a story, he's got to give you the super jazzed up Christianity version of it, of how it made him. You know, it's like, I want to know about Perk Angle, man. I want to know about the darkness. Like, I want it to be like reading Keith Richards' book, where he's like, yeah, I did inject heroin into my eyes. It was nuts. You don't have to make it sound cool. The stories are cool. Not injecting heroin into your eyeballs. Give it a lot of hot takes on this stream. It's a hot take stream.
No kills on either
fucking
side.
Run off my small fan base. No, but I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm thinking I am going to cover, yeah, heroin in your eyeballs. You should read Keith Richards' book. Like, everyone makes those jokes about Keith Richards, right? Like, oh, what kind of planet are we going to leave to Keith Richards? A lot of those are true. He really is like this kind of freak of nature, in a sense. I hate to use the word, but like, that is the best way to describe it. He is an abnormality. He is, in his quote, like, he's been awake, I think he sleeps like once every 7 days. And he even says in his book, he's like, look, I've lived more than most people because I'm awake for longer. I've just had more time awake than most people. His book is called Life. It's insane. Insane. Life by Keith Richards. It is a... Woo! Moat. Oh! Boner! I'm playing like shit today. Maybe because I've been so like... I've been all jazzed up. Man, my viewers made this stream fucking hot today. I ain't shit without y'all. And yeah, Lawman, do your thing, big guy. Tell your dad I said get well soon. Tell him to come say hi sometime. I'll tell him what a lovely job you do keeping our community chat safe. A watchful mod. But yeah, dude, have fun while I get fucking mowed down. And yeah, Boner is one. I use Boner a lot. God, fucking Boner. Like, I use weird profanity. Don't know how a PC works. That's funny. Oh, dads. Damn it. Moving like shit today. Moving like absolute ass. Yeah, Queer is strange. Queer's also, but Queer's such a good catch-all. because like for me, and I don't know if I'm wrong or not. I think it works. Like LGBTQ, for me, queer is a good way because again, like I'm not gay. I'm bisexual, pansexual, however you want to put it. But then I'm monogamously married to a woman. So I've had people call it performative before, which whatever, give a fuck. You know what I mean? Who in your endo? Wow. But queer for me just works, you know. Like, you know, it's just queer is a very good catch-all. I do like catch-alls. You know, not to lump people into groups, but generalizations don't always hurt. In my opinion, it's another way to get people to understand that there's a lot more people that are queer than they think. You know, there's not this insane amount of people that, you know, live in the nuclear family, you know, in a homosexual way as a heterosexual way. It's not crazy even. But at the same time, there's enough that it's like, well, no, there's enough for it to be normal. And on the same hand, there's a ton of people that are curious, and like I would just be curious to see the actual numbers of people who are completely 1,000% straight and could never fathom a homosexual act. I don't think it's over 50%. And I don't know if the issue we talk about the performativeness, if it's not. Because it's not an issue. I didn't have to come out. But I chose I chose to do it to shore up the numbers, man. Reinforcements. If it's gonna be a community that gets fucked with, all right, then I'm in. No, I'm not saying anything is performative. I'm saying I've been called performative by coming out. Because I've had people tell me what's the point if I'm monogamous and married to a woman. I've had people in the community. Yeah, gatekeeping. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much gatekeeping. I'm playing like shit today. I'm not gonna get that max level. But I did it too. I did it. Yeah, biphobic, panphobic, whatever it is. It's like, dude, I came out to join the community to again, pad the numbers, man. I'm not some pioneer. I'm not going to come in and save the world, but I just put my hand up and said, "Nah, you know, I'm in. I got y'all's backs." Yeah, you can't, like, you're turning away people who want to be, you know. I didn't have to. I really didn't have to. All right, let's do it. Ba-ba! We're gonna fucking kick some ass. Bam, bam. Keanu Reeves. That's right. That's right. You've inspired me. The hot take stream will not stand. All right, let's go get him. Let's moat. I got like one out of that exchange? Bullshit. How can I carry if they won't let me have the moats? Yeah, so new gay, new bi, it's... And again, there's so many stigmas, and it changes depending on where you live in the world, and especially in the country. But now with my sexual conquesting career hopefully over, once my wife, you know, smartens up and realizes what a fucking idiot I am. This is where it's like sexuality isn't always about sex, you know, and it's like we really could have just made it about sex and who we choose to be our life partners. But you know what? For so many fucking millennia at this point, other people made it into another issue, so then we had to fight, and we had to band together and make a community that said, you know what, fuck you, we're gonna live the way we want to live, and it made a culture. Yeah, gay as a catch-all works good too. That's like getting fucking hang up. Have you considered your romantic attraction as separate from your sexual attraction? Sometimes, but not really. I always felt like I probably always would have married a woman,
Portal's up. Let's go take 'em out.
but it's not impossible for me to think that I could have had a long-term relationship with a man or a trans person, or yeah, I hate to lump it into three gender. You know what I mean, though.
Find them before they find you.
That's where it goes back, you know, spectrum, you know, what are you into? Millie, how bad do you need to get in here? 'Cause I will. Oh, we got him!
Easy there. Think you got him. Ally him down. Pulling him back.
Yeah, everything's just, it's a spectrum. Thank you. That was a good kill. Again, I do always make the joke of like whenever someone sees like Sunny Kiss pops up on screen, like I'm that kind of gay, by the way. Like when I'll put to like that, by the way, like if you're looking for an example. But then, you know, just get into types that you're into, you know. But I feel like it paints a picture. Paints a picture of where my head is. But at the same time, my head is also in, like, that's like my, you know, that primal carnal sexual instinct. But at the end of the day, they fuck one person, and I don't want to fuck anyone else, and it's not really a part of my life. You know, like, sex is now confined to the privacy of my marital bedroom. Has been since I've been with this person for 9 years, you know? So that's when it becomes, it's like the sexuality isn't about sex. It is about something else. It's about being something, being a part of something. That I didn't want to see get shit on by itself anymore. I wasn't going to let something that I represented, you know, I just couldn't do that. I couldn't stand by and, you know, I'm not some fucking brave person. There's people way braver than me, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to help. I did it a lot. It wasn't really for me. It kind of, obviously it was for me a little bit. Can't just, I just say, oh, it wasn't for me, it was. But part of it was like, you know what, I want to help just by saying it, just by knowing, you know, there's one more person in the world like you. Or kind of like you. Weird world we live in, man. This has been a great talky stream. Hopefully lots of fun clips. So I'm going to go back and be making the compilations. Yeah. They're there to help. It's just so you don't, it helps you understand someone. To describe someone. And then you learn what they're about. Kath, we talked about this. You found me because I used the LGBT tag. You said to me like, oh, I was looking for, you know, LGBT streamers to follow. I don't know if was I what you were specifically looking for. I doubt it. But you like what you saw. I'm guessing. No, I'm not guessing. Yet you've proven that. There's proof of concept. There's proof of concept of you taking all this in. Yes, I risked almost dying to do the hand gesture. But it helped because we found each other. We're members of the same community, but we're different people. And it just goes to show how big it is, how wide it is. So, in your endo, I want to get a. There should be like the Todd emote, but I doubt I'd be able to get it approved. I'm gonna have to go pull the fucking dog and my son off of each other. That's right. Super time! Bustin' makes me. We'll close the door if you're gonna let the dog in. Where's the quick? You got it? Well then, Millie, quit fighting with your brother, or close the door behind her so she just. Millie, you're good, dude. I appreciate you. Hey. You're good. You're good, dude. Close the door though, so Millie doesn't come after you. And you've lost her already. This is my life. did the opposite thing. Now she's out there with you. You guys are keep
Team's
fucking.
about to win this. Get moving. That primeval's nearly dead, brother.
Hey, we did it though.
Got some
Damn. Fucking kid is hilarious. He is really cool about, help me do this, because immediately, usually when I do the streams on the Destiny days is when I go and we usually get lunch afterwards.
I put you up against the nastiest horrors I can find in this system.
17
You laugh
votes.
in their
Oh, I'm voting
faces, you
shit.
kill 'em.
Do more. Just like playing Gambits. Xur thing. It's a Xur thing, man! Well, this summer, coming to Xur. Ooh. Sniper rifle. We're going to use the auto rifle. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep the sniper, but I don't like using snipers. And I don't know how I want to do Terraria. I haven't decided yet. I know what we're gonna do. Well, you know what? I will tell you this. We're gonna play it on Tuesday. I'm just gonna boot it up and play it, man. I'm just gonna boot it. So we're just gonna boot it up and play it and fuck around with it. And I have not played Terraria in a really, really, really long time. So it's almost like playing it for the first time. So like we'll just do a backseat, have fun, tell me about the game, let's talk. Like one of the normal personal playthroughs. Yeah, backseat kind of Tuesday. But going forward, like if people want to, I would like to do some community stuff. So we'll figure out just like on this. Let's teach me on stream too. Like as we're doing it, tell me what menus to open and.
Hi. Bring a sword.
Bring us.
Let's bet big.
So we'll definitely figure it out as we go.
Everything else, you just gotta find the soft parts. Transmat Prime.
All right. Damn, that's a fresh fit.
Let's hunt
Look at
some
that.
hostiles, brother. Bring
Oh,
them
dude, I look
boots to
good.
the bank.
Oh, that fly is back. You piece of shit. Did I get it? Ugh. This fucking saga continues, man. Is that fashion? I don't know. I don't think you do it on purpose, but like that's a pretty great fit. Got my auto rifle back. I feel like myself again. I'm so glad I found this game. Though it really does. There's a lot. It's a perfect streaming game. Because like yesterday, right? I have a lot of fun doing the personal playthroughs. I didn't like streaming The Witcher. I couldn't vibe. It's just the way I play. It's a game that involves too much of me like focusing, and there's a lot of story. Let's use whatever purple armor look. Ooh. Okay. We make ourselves look sexier. But Destiny really is like become this game that I can play. I'm not good at it. Obviously, we watch me play, but like I understand. And go get that fucking pizza Lunchable, big boy, and let's talk about it when you get back. I want to know all the deets. I want to know all the deets. Fucking pizza Lunchable is a mighty, mighty fine Lunchable. Oh no!
Hostiles incoming at command.
Get some of these modies.
Portal is prime.
I'll put it 7. It's an off-brand.
High value target identified. Get him. Half pint taken, headed to the other side.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed,
Embrace
but what am I
the
gonna say?
darkness. Take out those guardians.
No, what do you say, right? I'm hurt. I'm broken.
Moat's draining. The
Lunch
blockers
makers.
must die, brother.
Yeah. Yes,
One.
one.
10 seconds and I pull you back.
Damn it. Oh, we got one.
Bringing you back. Good hunt.
Substitution. Lunch. Lunch makers, and you dared refer to it as a Lunchable. You disrespect the ancients.
High value target destroyed.
You have been condemned. We publicly condemn you.
Portals up. Go take them out. Allies headed to the other side.
Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a shit ton of off-brand. There's Flavor Aid. That's what all people at Charlestown drank. That's why like people get confused. They're like, oh, you drank the Kool-Aid. They didn't drink Kool-Aid, motherfuckers. They drank Flavor Aid. Yeah, Flavor Aid. And that's what the Jonestown people, they drank their poison with. Dude, that's...
One kill.
No, yeah, no. Yeah, people know about Flavor Aid. It's fucking terrible. It's like Faygo. People don't think you know about Faygo. Oh. Yeah, you didn't know that? No, seriously, the Jonestown, like, they'll always say, like, oh, you drank the Kool-Aid, man. No, you didn't. You drank they drank the Flavor Aid. So much worse. Yeah. God, we all had that garbage, though, that we had to consume at one point. Shut up and dance with me. I want these moats. Give me the moats. And then I run. Dash! Darn it! Playing really bad today. It was the heart, though. It was the friends we made along the way. I'm gonna have to use this super. We're only at 52 moats, so.
Hostiles incoming at command.
That song's been stuck in my head in a big fucking way. It's terrible. I worked at a bar where people would play it all the time. It's like Mustang Sally, except Mustang Sally would never get stuck in my head because that song's terrible. Nope, wait, there it is. Damn it. Rah, Sally, rah. Fuck, there it is. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna die now. Ah, no. Mustang Sally. Yeah, if you ever worked at a bar, you've heard that song. And every band insists that they do the definitive edition. Wrong.
Invaders gone. Get them next time. Your allies back. 2 kills.
They gave you 2 pizzas? Well, how many? There's supposed to be 3, right?
Portal's ready. Go say hello.
But an uneven number of meats. Hey, look, dude, I'm trying to have some sympathy for you, but you're the one who got lunch makers, okay? You're the one who disrespected the craft. Aha! I got one of you little fuckers. You're the one who disrespected the culture of the Lunchable. The mighty culture.
Portal's up. Go
Do 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 do. Lunch makers, we have uneven meats. Let's get the fucking moats, baby! Points, baby, points! Where is it? Over here.
Fight's over.
Ah.
Team killed their Primeval.
Alright. Small break. I'm not gonna put up the break, I'm just gonna sit here actually. Only 12:30. I'm glad I started early today. Why did you accept the uneven meats? If there's any stats or anything I can look at. Oh boy. I crave the pizza. Don't crave the pizza, we can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't crave the pizza. Alright. Let's take a quick commercial break. Let's see. We could show a couple things. Any interest? I don't really. Do we want to see? We can see past Alex. We can see Skitty Alex out on the road. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Just need a minute. Just need a minute to stretch and clear. I'm doing so good today. I'm happy. Having fun. Yes, sir. Where? Did you exit out of that WWE game? Alright. Let me download it when I finish. But if it's free on your Switch, go for it.
Alright.
Thank you, sir. Can you shut the door, bud? So I'll be done soon, man. Like an hour. Trying to finesse me. Nah, he's good with the Switch. I thought Kid could play some Fortnite. Pretty crazy. He's pretty sick. All right, I'm here. I am here. Going to look real quick. Let's see. Not Switch account. Your channel. Send the butthole is now the oh, there it is. There's your stretch. Hold on. Big Daddy's got a stretch for his fan skis. I do need a stretch. Thank you very much, actually. I really appreciate that. I'm wearing I look like shit. Let me get out of these fucking sweatpants. Sweatpants! No, it's not the sweatpants don't look bad. I'm just like, I'm gray on gray. You see what I mean? Like, being all grayed out, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Question. What's the over-under? Oh, stretch. On me being able to jump up on my bed. Do we think I'm athletic enough to do it? No. Yeah, gray sweatpants. I do know that they're a look all their own, I guess. If you fluff, like if you give a little ween tug, you may still fall. Really? Oh! Oh! Don't challenge me. I don't look good. I'm out of shape, but I used to be athletic. Or at least strong. I was a fireman. And they were at, like, all these things sound fake. They sound like the kid who tells you that his uncle worked for Nintendo. Like, all the lies that that kid would make up. But nah, I was a volunteer fireman for 4 years, and I was also an EMT, which I got paid to do at a company. I left firefighting and EMT, and yes, firemen are the best boys, but they're also not as hot as you'd think. There's somehow the culture of the fire department, and I really don't want to go too like in depth because I'll say this. There's a big frustration in my mind, and maybe in the minds of some other people, of this constant need to link the fire department and the police department. We need like ranting plus stretches, but small rants are probably hard. No, they're not. They're not hard at all. We also have the nice, nice dun, 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 kind of music playing in the background while I do this, which is good. I'm gonna do a stretch. Actually, I do need to stretch, so I'm sore as fuck. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for redeeming that. Ugh. Fuck. Oh, he's in my belly. Oh, belly. Fuck. This is real. This is real pain. Oh, fuck. Christ. It's so big. Alright. Christ, that cracker. Oh. That's funny. You didn't get to see my hog. God bless this community. I'll be better. Usually I like move it out of the way, but I didn't do it this time. Oh, that's right. That's what I got to make the OnlyFans for. Was it that perfectly placed? You couldn't see hog? Hey, it's funny every time. One of these times it'll just be a big surprise. You guys will get like, you know when like celebrities drop like sexy ass photos out of nowhere and like borderline pornographic. Again, not bad, but like if we're classifying them, you have to, you know. I'm not saying this was borderline pornographic, but yeah, thirst traps, absolutely, they're phenomenal. Britney Spears posted one recently. I don't think it's pornographic, but like yeah, it's definitely a thirst trap, and it's like fuck yeah, Brit, cool. Every now and again, like if you don't do it all the time, like I gotta post one eventually when we build the community up a little bit, but like I don't know how to do it because I don't have a big sexy body. I think it's all on the legs. So we'll figure it out. Also, it'll help when I'm not wearing all gray, and I also don't have my children in the house. We can infer a lot here. There's tips somewhere. Just the tip. I have a tip thing at the bottom, but it's not even big. Like I'm more on like subs and bits, and I like it to happen on Twitch because I like this platform. You know what I mean? Like I do really well on this platform. So. Hey, it's one of them innuendo type days. Fucking talk about something. I can't remember it. What was I talking about? Help me get on track. I think I was. Just the tip is like that's an old, you know, like your mom. That's not that far after your mom. What was just the tip? Only for a second, because it's also like kind of shitty. But it wasn't, because like, I think it's super bad. Maybe, I don't know. A lot of those coming of age sex comedies are pretty gross when you look back at them. All right, Jesus Christ, guys. Millie, in. Stop it. You're being a dick to him. I know you are. Ugh. Yeah, no, I had to keep the kids from, not the kids, just the dogs. You can't, yeah, Millie does that. She's like all bark, no bite. She doesn't bark even. That's like anxiety. Like she's going, like when she's being a dick, and I just gotta separate them. It is like having 3 children. What? You out here causing trouble? Yeah. Come up here. Say hi. You never say hi. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Do you have better TV? No. What's the wowie emote? No, I don't have better TV. What is better TV? Curious. He's a doggo! See Discord. If it was a king make. Alright, let's play a little more in a minute. Just wanted to get it to 2 hours. Like, again, we're not taking a real break today. I'm gonna sit 3 hours straight today. We're gonna do a 3 hours straight stream. I think I could pull that off. Still be done before 2 o'clock, which is good. I appreciate. Trying to, hopefully some of the videos that I put up on YouTube will reach people and get them over here on the Twitch. Ooh, a non-redeemed day. Hydrate. Nice. Oh, there they are. That's cute. I like Wowie. Oh, Lawman wants to stretch too. Hold on. That's when you hit him with the front down. Ah, the back stretch. The hog. The hog. I didn't do my legs the last time. Live and uncensored. It is censored. I'm wearing clothes. This has been an activity-based stream. All right, Lawman. There's my stretch now. Which finger will I use next? I can do this all day. My sassiness knows no bounds. Because it hasn't been a specific stretch. Stretch stream. Da, 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 I think I redeemed 4 of them. That's why he's just burning through his channel points. I actually feel really good right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even talk shit. I feel like I did. Yeah, no, I'm flexible. I hate to, like, I'm legitimately, I don't make sense. I'm a very strange body. I'm long. I don't have a lot of time left of it though. And I have faith in my chair. Yeah, nah, I'm a stretchy boy, but I don't stretch, and I let myself atrophy over COVID times. So I feel really like stretched out and good. Thank you. You can't do that in your chair? It's because you're not as fucking awesome as me. I'm sorry. Like, you can't do the things that I do because not everyone's a high-octane athlete. F off. Hey, some of us we're just built different. What you do? What are you gonna do? Not everyone has a chair. This is not a 600 if you're referring to me. Oh yeah, and Lawman, that's right. Tuesday is Terraria backseat. I'm gonna play Terraria, and you guys are gonna teach me how to play. So it's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to it a lot. So much so. All right, let's go back to playing some games. Right? Legitimately feel stretched out. Like, I actually feel really good right now. So I would like to thank you, Lawman, for that. Yo, have some fun with me. You guys are very, again, the noob, like, Lawman, you were good with the Crunker and Captain Nom. Being new to games, you should be ridiculed. It's hilarious if you're a good sport about it. You know, and if the people who are doing it aren't fucking monsters. But yeah, you were pretty good. You used to whip the shit out of me and Kronker. We have to go back one of these days. That'll be a full on like. That would be fun to do a stream. Let me go back to the live. What do we do? More gambits? Nah, we'll do a couple strikes. No. We'll go get bounties. Because we have to grow as a player and a person. And, you know, we can't totally base our content off of doing hog stretches. Oh, I'm going to kill that fly. Oh, it's on my PC, though. Couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't hit it. Ah! The war continues. 1 year off. You haven't played regularly in a year? Shit. Alright, let's get talk to this butthole Zavala. You guys are getting me excited.
Good to have you back.
Question then. And I'll let you guys make the call here. Would you like me to? Because I've decided about going about it 2 ways. Either playing like a little bit, like, you know, tonight or whatever. You're just fucking around with it a little bit over the weekend. And then, like, then we go out, you guys teach me, like, the real way to play. Or we just absolutely go in fucking dry. Just absolutely dry. I have not played Terraria in a really fucking long time, and I never played it seriously. Last time I played it was on the DS. I have it for the PC. I played it for 30 minutes 2 years ago. So it's up to you guys. So do you guys want me to just completely on the DS? Yeah. Not the 3DS, excuse me. Yeah. My son had a 3DS, and I was just fucking around with it, and I downloaded Terraria for like $10, and I've played it. That was it, right? Yeah, I'm fucking positive Terraria had a DS edition. Terraria. It was Terraria. No, hold on. What game did I fucking play then? No, it did. It did come out on the 3DS. Yes, never mind. Thought I was fucking going crazy, and I saw it. It came out on a shit ton of platforms. Jesus. Yeah, that's why I played it. That's why I played. I loved it. For what I remember, it was just really neat. Was that on the PSP or the PS Vita? Look at this fucking.
Perhaps a barter is warranted.
PS Vita. PS3? What's got it? Fucking PS3. I have a big ass PS3 and PS2 collection though, so I love the PS3. That was a good console, especially the Slim. Stadia. Jesus, I had Stadia. The Wii U and 3DS were were great to play it on. Do you buy it? Oh, I don't want to buy it. Oh, I thought I was fuck. Yeah, I think it's the head. It's the Steam Deck. It actually legitimately looks really fucking awesome. It looks super good. Because the Steam, the other one, it didn't do well. I can't remember what it was called. But it also didn't make sense because it would just plug it into a TV. is that the new Steam console, or are you talking about the Steam Deck? Because the Steam Deck is going to be $350-ish, something like that. And you can buy different versions with expanded internal storage for up to $650, but you don't need to buy the internal storage. I mean, see, you don't need to buy the ones with built-in internal storage. You can just buy SD cards and shit. You just get the 64 gig one. I do want a Steam Deck. It looks super fucking cool. It looks super cool. And we're gonna do Vanguard Strike. Get near it. And then piss. No, wait. Launch! Launch! This is what happens when you don't take any breaks. Did I get it? Fuck. Let me see the Discord. What do you got in there? Yeah, see, that's not bad, dude. And just get the one that's 64 gigabyte gigabarts. Glarglebarts. What's wrong with me? I'm weird. I can't get my bandana on right. I'm just gonna play like this now. I'm quirky and different. I'm in a mood today. Maybe it's all the vape. Fucking hair doesn't make any sense. Yeah, face mask. Shit, I'm gonna need them again, dog. Because COVID's fucking us up again. Oh yes, we fucked up again.
A friendly warning. I am detecting seismic events.
They don't
all
keep
along
cash in
the planet's
banks.
crust. I believe the Red Legion is to blame. Hey, who wants to bet the facts will tear us all apart trying to fix it?
Careful, Gov. There's no one out there to back you up.
I want to do my flip. Well, that means you can pull a Nick Gage, rob a bank without a fucking mask. I'm here. They call me Rango Motor. I'm a motorcycle man. And I'm just out here trying to show the world what I'm made of. You know, that I can rob banks with the best of them. The name's Tito Robber. I'm the best known robber around these parts. One of my many fucking hilarious characters that you are forced to laugh at. It's like, is this one heavier? Because I used to, in my old Sparrow, I could do those flips like it was fucking nothing.
On your right, a
I
waterfall.
don't want a
of
heavy
Vex.
one.
Milk. Yes, Vex milk.
Vex milk? Would you like Vex make milk? Mommy's Vex milk. Oh! Oh! There we go. Traverse deeper. All right. How did I get that far behind? Every Slarp Dargan time. Every Gersh Dern Nerf Herd in time. I used to like doing a little music in the background, but to be perfectly honest, it's I like doing lo-fi. It depends on the game that I'm playing, but like with a game like Destiny that has an original soundtrack,
I could have. Okay.
I'm mixing. It just depends on the game. Mixing too many audios can be a little frustrating, especially where it's like I don't always want to listen to it. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's difficult to mix it into the stream without me having to listen to it. So it goes back and forth. There's times where I do like having it, like if I'm playing Uno, which I will be playing on stream someday. I'm not going to use the Uno music. I'm going to have lo-fi on. You know, I'll have my own music. Card games,
Look at
more
those
idle,
drills.
quiet
Even
games.
the Vex can't
Maybe if I'm
stop
just
a
chatting
invasion.
too, I'll put music on. But stuff like Destiny, the RPGs and time, I usually won't put music on. So it usually depends. Like something like Krunker, like that's like deathmatch shooter that doesn't have any music on its own. It made sense to play music. But there'll be more music soon. That was fun. Fucking classic Dunkles bit. I want to drive. I want to drive the tank. I'm in a tank, as you can see. Ah! You know you make me wanna blast. Get my hands up and blast. Am I not supposed to be in the tank? I'm in the tank. Fuck this. Troop transport. Yeah, bitch. Fun. Feel like a war machine. This is like reverse D-Day. The good guys are on the beach, slaughtering the opposing army. Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall. Oh, sit the fuck down. Out of the sky. Out of the sky. You disrespect the sky with your presence, and I'm here to make sure that's done. That's done. The amount of power I feel right now. Oh God. This is incredible.
Friendly suggestion. Drop them first, Cap.
Yes. Yes. God, man, in a tank. Wait, what? Are you surprised? Is the tank going too hard for you? Obviously. Am I impressing you too much? Have I gotten good? The answer is yes. The answer is the tank. Tanking the tanking! Come on, yeah! Keep on tanking. I can make the jump. Alright, where are we supposed to go now? Damn it. I'm supposed to go. Alright, I think it's... Oh no, you're not supposed to fall down there. Gosh darn it. Drat. Experiencing the ultimate power that tank brought me really muddled my brain up. I don't like strikes as much. Bum, bum, bum.
Just so you know, I have detected a massive Vex energy signature.
And the only way to reach it is down past those giant pointy drill bits? Good.
Now I think you get. Oh wait, rebuff. Now you get to drive through the hot hole. Because you can see here, we get to head on in through the hot hole. Fuck.
I think they want their drill back.
Well, Peter Dinklage, we're not going to give it to them. Look at the Crucible after this. I'm feeling saucy with my auto rifle. Damn it.
I think it's lined up. Right?
Back through the hot hole. Okay, so the hot hole has hurt me. I've been hurt by the hot hole. On. You believe in me. Believe in you. You find a love so true. Give me my. No, I keep thinking to get moats. I'm broken. Gambit's broken me. I won't die in the mines. I got a dang family to come home to. I can't be dying out in these fucking mines. Oof. Well, I might be killed by enemies in this, but that's fine. That'll take. Let's go hide here. This little crevasse. It's a nice little hidey hole here we got. Oh no! It hurts. It really does hurt. And I know it hurts you too. I'm sorry. No, no! Breathe. Oh, well, you could use your Sparrow? Fuck. I didn't... No, that... It doesn't tell you. See? This is why I play Gambit. Because this game is mean to me. It's story-driven stuff. It's a bully. I don't know. Why did they wait? Do I go? Do I go in by myself? I love what it says, just says misadventure. It makes so much sense. Absolutely. Fuck. Stuck it. Oh, don't let me down there. That's a clip, right? that's what those kids call a clip, right? Why did I go so far?
It's switching guns.
Oh, you're fucking breathe. I'm so bad at strikes. Just waiting for me. I'm giggly. I am giggly now. Alright. That's like ham and hand levels of giggle. Absolutely. What the fucking just doing it for me. I'm getting out of this bullshit.
It's not getting up from that. Lala, we're
I can't do strikes. I don't pay it.
So, Cabal scientists can take up
Nailed it.
but they're not very smart. I guess they rocked open the planet and that.
Oh gosh. Let's play the Crucible. I get the shit kicked out of me. Yeah. I'd love it if you got it. There's a couple there that are pretty clip worthy, but if you get if you get the one right, where I wreck the Sparrow, hey, then you're my hero. No, why did they wait? Do I go? Do I go in by myself? That's a good one. Yeah, you got the reaction. Oh, that's a good clip. That's a good clip. All the smiles you guys help generate on the channel. That's what makes it worth it. I love laughs. I fucking love laughing so much. I've been playing video games since 1996. I've never gotten any better. Yes, we were probably doing a lot better. Are there new people in the giveaway? No. I think it's just you and did Cap. I actually was gonna ask this. Did you buy one or no? I remember you buying one. With the points, and again, not like pushing it, but like I remember seeing it, and then I went back and looked through it. I didn't see it. I remember seeing it. I know Lawman bought 3.
Take them and crush your enemy.
But I've been having like
Enemy claimed Zone C. Zone A captured.
well, I'll let you. I'll put you. All right. Well, I'll put them on the board. In the future, you got to keep them to yourself, because if you can just award them to anybody, then you know what's the point. But you guys are VIPs and mods, so that doesn't matter. So I'll put you on the board for one. All right. So I have 3 for Lawman and 1 for Cap right now. So we'll leave it like that. That was a nice thought, though.
You captured
He
Zone
got the
C.
math.
You have advantage.
Well, I gifted it to him.
Zone A lost.
So you got your 3, and then he's up on the board too. I reserve the right to put anybody up on there that I want to, but I typically won't do that. We'll see what happens in the next. You know, I mean, we have the 31st is a long way off, but at the same time, if no one else if they're not able to earn their 5K, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna put them up, and they'll have to watch you guys win and hope they can do it the next month. You know, so that is the goal. Yeah, I got one! Ah!
Zone C lost.
Playing the
Enemy
game
had
now,
zone
bitch.
advantage. You captured Zone A.
Playing
You
the
have
fucking
zone
game
advantage.
now. I think. There's someone right behind me. I saw him and I was like, maybe I can ignore him. I guess this is standard Crucible now. Yeah, I couldn't. Like, oh yeah, I could go into Iron Banner. I think. Yeah. I just don't do enough PvP to feel like I'm beginning. I just like. I'm finally getting this, but like I'm not getting my ass. I'm getting my ass kicked, but I'm not getting completely, like, you know, butt touched. All right, where is? Ooh, bitch! Yes.
You captured Zone C.
He's just having a
That's
good enough
power
weapon.
play.
I like this
You
auto
took them,
rifle.
Now hold them.
I do good with the like powerful auto rifles. I feel like it matters like what weapon I have. Because that's what I'm noticing. They can't stress me out, but I like deathmatch. Like this is not team deathmatch. It's control, like control/deathmatch. It's hand cannons.
Zone A captured. That's a power play.
Yeah, I mean everyone has their own.
Now hold them.
In Crunker, it's something called slide hopping. I think that's probably just one of them. Ooh, I can ult up too. Ult and capture, baby. Come on.
You captured Zone C. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them.
Nope. That's like using ults when there isn't a boss to fight or something big to fight is also a interesting cool. Hey, I'm helping.
That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them. Zone C lost.
I am also here. Trying to contribute. They just keep killing them all first.
I've seen enough. I'm calling this one. Enemy has advantage. A well-fought victory.
Yeah. Yeah. Those were my words. I almost said were words.
Your victory gives the city hope, Guardian.
Yes. What am I fucking talking about? That's a nice little weapon there. Yeah, I don't want any of these. We're breaking up those teams to find a better match. Well, fuck you. Yeah, there we go with that. Look at us. Bunch of regular PvP boys. But fashion dies today now, brother. Thank those moats and fuck you. I know.
Control.
I gotta go in there and do it.
Take those zones, Guardian. Victory demands it.
Yeah, I know. That was a weird angle for the grass to be at.
Claimed Zone B. Zone C captured. Enemy claimed Zone A.
God damn. Thank you for defending me, comrade, brother, friend. But I will die.
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
You will die. Keep. Enemy shields make a hurt. There it is. There you are, bitch. Now! I am the power boy now. I am the boy of power! Hey, man. We don't fear snipers here.
You captured Zone A. That's a power play.
Which means I know where they're at.
Now hold them.
It just means I can see them.
Zone B lost.
I'm a bit of a hardened boy, if you couldn't tell. Fuck! Almost had him, too. These auto rifles. I am an auto rifle man. Did it just slip back there?
Zone A lost.
What's it? Like, so exotic is like the best kind, right? Fuck. Sweet Business or Monte Carlo? These fucking weapons have insane names.
But the match is over. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Oh, how?
Zone A captured. You have zone
See,
advantage.
you could say cool names. Some of them are a little silly. Oh. Yeah, those guys who know how to use those, and they know how to fucking use them.
Zone B lost.
Made a promise. Now I'm seeing Bruce Springsteen. I'm all over the fucking place. This game brings out the high octane, man. I'm telling you. Brings out the heat.
You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
That's one. That's a fucking paddling. How do you get the exotics? Is there anything specific I should be doing to get them, or? Ugh. Bum.
Zone C lost.
Oh, really? That's actually pretty cool.
You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
Ooh, good on him. Yeah, that was good on him. That was a good shot.
Zone A lost.
Hang back. Ready. Ah, I'm gonna ult
Zone
him.
C captured. You have advantage.
Hopefully they think they can handle it. Yeah!
Shut them down.
Shoots 4 bullets each shot. That's pretty badass.
5 minutes left. Keep it up.
I'm sure ammo goes quick. Nope. Capture. Play your objective.
You captured Zone A. Play. Keep the pressure on.
Gary's mod I've played a little bit of. Obviously the source stuff I've been really... I know. I've been watching Gary's mod movies for a long time. Not like super into them, but I've, you know, they've been a part of meme culture and internet culture for so fucking long.
Zone A lost. Zone B lost.
Ooh, that's lots of skill. I got him. I got him. Not like no punk bitch today. Oh, gnats are even fucking worse than the flies, dude.
Have advantage.
Flies you can at least, like, you can get. Gnats are quick little fuckers. Alright. Why did I do that? That's how I was looking to have happen.
3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours.
Yeesh. Hey, you gotta blow your nose. Ah! They do it with the fucking, like, wet wipes, because all I got, like, close to me, so they get to my face wet, too. It was like a moment of emergency. Alright.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
Yep. Young boy got me again.
Zone A lost.
Ah, that was a good one. Proud of that.
Zone B lost. Your enemy has a power play. You captured Zone C.
Ah, fucking liability, Alex. Liability.
Zone A captured. You have some advantage.
Liability.
Victory imminent. Zone C lost.
Shooting at. I thought I said something. I did.
That shut them down.
You're knotted up.
Only 1 minute left.
Ooh, choking.
You're beaten. This time.
Gosh darn it. Alright, yeah, go lurk, man. Streams, we'll wrap it up here in a little bit.
No,
I'll do like one
not this
one
time.
more
Controlling those
match.
zones.
Man, we
Only
lost that one
father
at the
can
end
reach
right there. That was my opponents defeated. 10. So, I'm guessing a 1 is like the, you know, average. Slightly below average. Not bad, though. He's got so many games, so little time. I know that feeling. And then you only play like 2 of them. It's harsh. Let's end this on a good fucking note. Got a little more of my medicine in me. Ugh. Helps with getting through this and also stretching. Better win, I will win for you guys. But I think this was a nice week of streams. I think we accomplished a good amount. The goal of getting in the groove and just doing this every week. Monday through Friday. Getting here at 11 a.m. Obviously the world may change. My life may change. So if that changes,
I know
you know, the schedule could possibly change, but what's their username? I like Thorn. That one? I like Thorn. I guess I don't get that one. A little over my head.
Enemy claimed Zone C.
Ooh. Yeah, there. They see. This is a much better team. The other one, and the other team was pretty good. Yeah, almost had him. Guess I got a piece there, though. Thank you, sir.
Enemy claimed Zone A. Enemy has a
Oof. Aha, bitch. Yes. Correct. Well, correct, sir. I cannot itch your
Zone B
nose.
lost. It's
I
a
only
power
itch
play.
when I play
Get
multiplayer
those
games.
zones back. You captured Zone A.
Ooh, from the back. They hit it from the back. Yeah, it sucks.
Zone play lost. Your enemy has a power play.
Oh, it's another one, man. It just... They one-on-one, I go after them, and it's not enough. I'll get there. I'm in the fights.
Zone C captured.
Yeah, now the itchiness doesn't help either. It's nerves. See, it keeps happening. It's right on my nose. It cost me there. Gosh darn it. Yeah, see, they want to punch you.
Zone C lost. Power play. Enemy has your zones.
Right, some assholes up here. What do they do? It's like they just explode. I don't know how to do that. I need to come up with a character for a tabletop RPG I have this weekend. Any ideas? I will help you workshop that right now. I'm brilliant at it. In the next like 10-15 minutes we have, you have to tell me what do you want, okay? Like what do you look? You have to give me a base outline and we'll help fucking make something gorgeous here. Is it D&D or is it something similar?
You captured Zone C.
Where do you start? Like, do you have a particular, like, it's Monster of the Week. All right, I'm not familiar. I'm not really familiar with many tabletops, but making a character, is there restrictions, or can you, like, usually based on tropes? Okay. You're going to make
I've seen enough. Calling this one.
a half giant, half battle bard. Okay.
Your enemy
Starting there. Okay, so all humans. So you were making a battle bard,
one that you can win.
except for the monsters.
Fight
Okay,
another.
you're making a battle bard. It was a bad match. I'm a bad man who did a bad match. I'm gonna do one more match. So you're gonna do a battle bard, okay? I like Thor fucked us over. Now, your battle bard is going to wield I don't know what era this is, a 4-stringed acoustic bass-like instrument named Jennifer. Okay, fine. Sort of modern day. He wields a bass guitar named Jennifer. But it's a battle bard, obviously. So it is a kinetically powered battle bass played by this battle bard. And his name is Lex. So your battle bard Lex wears leather sweatpants and an iron denim jacket. Yes. You ready this now? So Alex would make more sense. Okay. You can name him. All right. Name him Alex. You can name him after me. You could take me into
Show
battle
you
with
can
you.
take ground. Hold the
You can
zone.
make my character make love to all the other characters. If that's possible, make that the goal. Make it fun and consensual, obviously. But like the sassy talks we have here, you know, send my character out there.
Enemy claimed Zone B.
So we will do so. Alex, the battle bard, with his trusty battle bass named Jennifer. And The Battle Bard also tells
Enemy claimed Zone A. Power play. Enemy
cast spells, but he accumulates spells by living through and having gnarly experiences out in real life, and then he quickly retells the stories in 3 or 4 sentences, which in turn casts a spell. So we have the special ability, we have the weapon, we have the name, we have the class. You have your Battle Bard. I have my getting my ass kicked, but you have your Battle Bard. But Spell Slinger, yeah, sure. He slings spells, and the manner of slinging spells is that he accumulates a real good time, you know, a real good hang, and then is able to recount it. The entire story in what seems like a few sentences, but really he spoke the whole thing. That is the power of the spell. Jesus Christ. Hey, I like Thorn is back. California's calling me. And I'm ignoring him. Yep. So Alex, the Battle Bard, with his battle base named Jennifer, he casts spells by recounting the cool stories of the chill hangs he's had. He does so. He does tell the full story, but it does not feel like the full story is being told. That is the power of the spell, and it casts things like dragon shouts. You know. Then you just use it to do regular shit, like heal. He tells a story about, you know, the time I did ayahuasca up in, you know, Fort Collins. Nice. Oh. I'm almost able to get in there in the crevasses a little bit. I'm a lot less intimidated by the Crucible after this stream. I'm getting there. Oh shit, my team. It's hard to tell when there's just everyone's fashion. This one time at band camp. Oh goodness. That's a character right there that really changed the sensibilities of American sexiness. Maybe a little bit of, you know, the positive direction. One of my favorites. That was a character that made a lot of people feel very, very funny.
I've seen enough. I'm calling.
Was never intended to be like a sex icon, but definitely became one. 'Cause that was still when we were doing, you know, blonde big tits, which, I mean, that's cool. That's great. If you're blonde, you have big tits. If you know a blonde that has big tits, that's fucking awesome. I like that about people. I like that they have that.
Got to hold those
But
zones. Maybe next time.
movies like American Pie were a reminder. Everyone's beautiful. It's more about what kind of person that is. The person that walks up to you and recounts that tale about band camp is the kind of person I want in my life. Is definitely the kind of person I want to have a chill with. I want to have a hang with. All right. We've done it. We've come to the end of a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stream. This was fun. Make reductive, dumb blonde jokes. Yeah, you don't need to do that. You know, again, it's mostly context, but it's kind of hair colors. That's a weird thing to. I don't know. My wife makes a lot of dumb blonde jokes about herself, but I can't stop her. But yeah, like reductive. That's a good word. Back to our like fun discussions. Like, if it's personal, yeah. Or if I make one, again, there's a context to our relationship. We know each other, so you know, a dumb blonde joke is a trope. We were talking about actually tropes in your game, so I think tropes are hilarious. Like when kind of used in like a mocking sense, or like, oh hey, this is how the jokes used to be. Like it's essentially jokes about what the jokes used to be. I think that shit is. I'm gonna turn this down here. Actually, I think that shit is hilarious. I think that's meta humor, right? I don't know. Jokes within the jokes, or jokes about the jokes, or jokes about jokes that don't exist anymore. Yeah, there's certain, like, if you see a girl walking down the street who's attractive and has blonde hair, she could be a fucking astrophysicist for all you fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, that's stupid. Now, maybe if you know that person, or if they're your wife, and they trip and fall or something, then maybe a dumb blonde joke amongst friends, you know, maybe that's when it is okay. Maybe that's actually like a good example, like what we were talking about earlier. Context and empathy. It's really like, you know, like laughing at someone, laughing with someone. It's like, are you making a joke at someone or kind of with someone? And Lawman, have fun, dude. We're heading out of here. We're almost done. We're going to have a nice little chat here at the end. But Lawman, you have a wonderful day too. You have a wonderful weekend. Let's chat on Discord. I don't think I'll be streaming at all this weekend. So we'll be back Monday at 11 a.m. Maybe there'll be something, but I don't know. I think I might just take it easy and recharge my batteries. And I am working on getting Nightbot. I'm going to do some, just because I'm not streaming, usually the weekends are really good for me to tinker with Streamlabs and shit like that. And I might want to work on recording a YouTube video. Who knows? I might want to work on buying pieces to make this bedroom a little more dressed up. And yes, he'll play some Iron Banner with me. Oh, you know I'm easy. But yeah, we'll do some stuff. So, Lawman, you take it easy, bub. You get on out of here. You get on out of here now. You heard? And I'm happy we were able to get through it to a 3-hour stream today. Rebound after not really feeling it yesterday. The Witcher's fun, but that's got to be its own kind of independent thing. Either I'm playing it on my own or I'm specifically playing it for stream. So, we had good talks today. There's good clippable things. Must have been the money Geralt. That's right. Nah, it wasn't that. I liked it. I wasn't feeling playing that game on. It's harder for me to. I want to get into the story because I either want to skip everything or I don't want to skip. You know, it's just this weird thing. Like with Destiny, it's not a story game. Story-driven games are difficult for me to stream. Multiplayer type shooters, high score type games. That's what's best to stream. So this is where I'm at in my head. It's been a great week. Monday through Friday. That's what this last week is what I envision this channel being. This place. Then this goes up in the VODs. I take the clips that are made or the ones I make myself and we put compilations out. Maybe weekly, maybe monthly. It depends on how much there is. I made a compilation out of like 12 clips. So it needs to be at least like 8 or 10, you know, if we're going to do a weekly one. Besides that, I'll just do monthly. Ask me anything always. If you're a friend with me, reach out to me in the Discord. Again, this is a mature stream. If we want to talk about mature things, if you guys want to talk about heavy topics, like we kind of did today, feel free to reach out. I know it's reasonable. I know it's within the terms of service. I know it's gonna keep this a safe and inclusive environment. But at the same time, you know what? This is a place where you can feel free to speak your mind. And if we think speaking your mind is bullshit, we'll tell you. And if it's outwardly hateful, it has no place here. Ever. I want to work on making this look better, put some glowy fun things. I don't know. Get rid of the fucking window to heaven. Get back to podcasting, doing the vlogs, making YouTube videos like I mentioned. I got a lot of things I want to do, but it starts here. It starts at these streams every day. People like Captain Nam and Lawman who are becoming more part of the team than just viewers. I appreciate that. And good energy. I hope you feel good energy from me. Whether we talk about things that ever get heavy, you might disagree. Just know it always comes from a good place. And yes, please let me know about your character. I want to know everything about it. Make your character a positive, fun, good person. Let me end on this. Please, yes. Make our characters friends. Make our character. Hey, you know what? Our characters could do whatever you want them to do. So, full license, okay? Full license. Just you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me what happens. You gotta give me all the nitty gritty details. I'm not afraid to take a stand. everybody. Okay, let me end on something. I saw something, and I don't. It's another one of those things that I'm not like delved into super. I'm just seeing it like pop up. Someone said something like toxic positivity or something. There's a lot of like toxic followed by blank that exists now, which makes sense. It's a really easy term. Like people get, what's a word? Offended at a word like microaggression is a good example of one. I feel like it's because it's a word that just makes them feel like they don't like that something that they do has an explanation attached to it. A microaggression is a really good way to explain something. It's a really good word to explain what a microaggression is. Like a microaggression is a microaggression. And I feel like some of the backlash to it is people realizing like, well, I do a bunch of those. People have put a term to what I am. It's not just like a part of my personality. But that's up, another topic, for another day, I guess. But toxic positivity. And I will look up the more like specific toxic positivity. Yeah, it's up now. Maybe it'll be nice. Is an obsession with positive thinking. It is a belief that people should put a positive spin on all experiences, even those that are profoundly tragic. And absolutely right about microaggressions. Yeah, I like to think. I think so. That's how I felt about it. That's how I felt about white privilege too. That word. When something you experience as a name put to it, and you don't like the way it's worded. White privilege is a real thing. It's really at its simplest core. I think we talked about it. I think it's any kind of privilege, but white privilege specifically, it really. For what I do, I like to keep things simple. It's just how I think. In its simplest terms, it's your life would have been harder if you weren't white, even if your life was hard. Like, I've talked with my, just people who are close to me about it. I'll keep it that way. Somebody who I know I'm very close to has had a really tough life. Really fucking tough life. Hard life. And doesn't agree with the whole, like, well, I'm not privileged. Like, what I went through wasn't fucking privilege. And he's absolutely right. There's no privilege in his life. Except for the fact that if you were black, Latino, etc. at all, it would have been harder. It's just as simple as that. It would have been harder statistically. Maybe there's the 0.1 whatever. I don't know. But most likely, if your life was exactly the same, except you were black, it would be harder. It's just the way it is. Can't acknowledge that, and you can't go any further. There's nowhere else to go, and that's really it. It's not saying that you are inherently doing something wrong. People who think that, I don't agree with. I don't agree with that at all. Who like, you are inherently bad for existing and being who you are. But yeah, just acknowledge. You just need to. I've had a very tough life. I'm going through tough things right now in my life. There's things that I'm privileged in. There's things that I'm not privileged in. If I was black, it would be harder, And I can't say especially now. It's always been rough. It's just now I think it's a little more public. I think hopefully over the next couple of years, it gets easier. I hope. Fucking can't blame me for trying to be hopeful. I don't know if it's been any easier. Again, I think going back to something I said earlier in the stream, but I've never been black before. I've never been a person of color before, except for this one. So I can't give you any personal experience. I could just kind of go with how you see the world changing. You see a lot more push against it. But until there's laws and, I guess until there's more laws in place and things like that. And then what did change? Just more people are talking about it. More people are getting shows canceled and then patting themselves on the back saying, we did it. We saved the city. When really what's been done. Things are still really horrible all over. But that was a little sidebar onto that. We're talking about toxic positivity. And it is a good sidebar. I'm glad that's put to tape. I really think that for a moment I saw that toxic positivity thing and I was hit with the good old fashioned like, wow, it really sucks to see somebody explain a trait about myself that was previously unexplained. And I don't like the explanation. There might have been a day or two where I was like, fuck that. People who think that are just fucking nihilists. Because I always feel like I'm in this fight against nihilism. I don't want to be a nihilist. I don't want to. And the allure's there. And I really was for a long time. I always joke, it's like, you know, I didn't go from a Republican to a Democrat to where I am now. You know, I went from a Republican to a nihilist to a Democrat to where I am now in terms of the American political spectrum. I had that period after I got really disillusioned with, again, I didn't want to be conservative. I was just conservative because of kind of who was around, being in the fire department too. But I stepped out for a moment. Like the moment I stepped out, I immediately was like, fuck, I don't want to fucking do this shit. And then I retreated into, well, everything's made up anyways. It doesn't matter. There is no, there really isn't a president. Everything's fucking conspiracy theories. Everything's an inside job, which there's plenty validity to some conspiracy theories, obviously. But I really retreated into that nothing matters, man. Fuck it. Let's just get drunk and play some rock and roll. And apathy, yeah. You just get completely like, fuck it. And like it showed in the music I was writing too. If you go back and we'll share some of that. If you really haven't seen it on this channel so far, I was a full-time musician for a long time. I'm a singer-songwriter. I think I'm pretty damn good at it. One day we'll bust it out. I want it to be a surprise though. I want you guys to get to know me, and then I'll surprise you with a nice music stream one day. And I'll chronicle my process as it's grown through the years. Because you got to imagine, I wrote songs when, yes, that's Entrapment, right? I'll surprise you with the Guitar Guy stream. Nah, I'll keep it special. I'll tell you guys first. So I'll give you guys time to run away. Shit like that. But apathy was like the core of my music. Doesn't matter. Fuck this. It's all bad. It's dark. It's cold. Winter was a big backdrop of all the music that I wrote. I didn't write songs about the summertime. I wrote about the winter. How cold it was. Desolate it was. And that, not a way to be. I don't think that's a way to be at all. Nothing matters. Well, I guess, but everything kind of matters. You know, it's like nothing does really ultimately, but it kind of also does, you know, like small acts of kindness go towards maybe making somebody's day better. But in a million years when we're all extinct, did that matter? You know what I mean? Then you can you can keep playing it up like that. But a million years ago, somebody did something nice for someone else, whether it was a creature or something. I don't know. Someone did. Something did. Right? Had to have happened. At least once. In our definition of what kindness is, or giving, or altruism. Whatever fucking big word you want to use that makes me seem smart. I just wanted to fight against that for the longest time. And I didn't. I gave into it for a really long time. And then the whole Trump thing happened. And that was the whole big kind of conflict, you know. That was the turnaround in me where like I wanted to fight again. I wanted to do stuff, you know, be the big savior, go out and save everything, and everything's great if you make it great, if you're willing to fight for it. Again, kind of sidebarring again. Not a zenith, but a nadir. I'll pretend I know what that means. But collect my thoughts again. This toxic positivity thing, this refusing to be like, well, everything, if I just pretend everything's okay, it'll be okay. If I just, you know, wish it into existence. And it doesn't work like that. Things aren't balanced. I can get Donnie Darko right now. Fucking satellite fall on my head. That wouldn't be fair. What happened on stream? I'd get famous from the satellite falling on my head. Not from all the hard work I put in. Not for the nearly 35 hours of Destiny playthrough that I've already had in the last 2 weeks, you know, like I wouldn't be known for all the podcasts I've done, the music I've done. I'd be the guy who had the satellite fall on his head while he streamed. There's nothing good about that. My children would be left without a father. I'd probably be embarrassed. You know, like, that wouldn't be what my work would be remembered for. Of course, I love a good meme, obviously. So, like, I would be a bad example because part of me would be like, yeah, if I was the guy who got famous for the big satellite falling out of the sky through his house and falling on his head, you know, if I could see you from the afterlife, part of me would suck and be heartbreaking. But after some time and healing, I'd be like, that's kind of funny. But you gotta get through that silliness. That's tragic. It's just fucking tragic. Nothing good about it. You make the most out of bad things. And I think that's a good attitude to have. You know, just be like, well, I'm going to make the most out of it. If somebody knocks down your pile of bricks, you're like, well, I'm going to build this thing back up. It sucks. Shit, maybe I'm going to take a day off and cry about the pile of bricks you knocked over. But I'm still going to go back and try to build the bricks back up. But fuck, man, maybe you don't have the energy to go pick those bricks up anymore. And fuck it. You know what? You should be able to do that too. And I don't think we should be faulting people for doing that. And that's the message I think I was missing for a long time. It's okay to not build again. I want to. I'm currently in a situation right now. You may not notice it, but I'm rebuilding something that was recently knocked down. I'm trying. I've done that 1,000 times. This is not my first rodeo. M3 on air. Me on air, whatever you want to call it. I'm Alex. This is just a different name. I've done this a million times. Not a million times. Dozen times. Under a dozen names. But I'm Alex. I've always been Alex doing this. And anytime I have my platform kicked down or knocked down, whatever reason it was, my own stupidity, personal problems, technical stupidity, losing passwords, whatever the fuck it was, I said, I'm just going to build again. If nobody ever watches, or if one person ever watches, that's enough. And I'll be happy with that. Not everyone's happy with that. Not everyone is fulfilled by that. And that's ignorant to think that, well, if I can think this way, everyone else can think this way. And then you start to realize, man, maybe I shouldn't be so fucking happy every time something bad happens. Maybe when something bad happens to me, or someone wrongs me, or somebody, you know, tries to make you think you've done something wrong, maybe I shouldn't just put my hands up and be like, well, maybe I need to grow as a person. Every now and again, you're not fucking wrong. Every now and again, you're standing on the right side, and other people would make you believe you're not. Thank you for this explanation. This is my thoughts. This is my world, the world of Red Bull. Every now and again, it's okay to fight back. Every now and again, it's to be like, fuck you, dude. I'm not giving in. Because you really got to get in other people's heads, and people want you to feel wrong so they can feel right. People have authority over you because you sort of allow them to in that moment. Sometimes it's warranted. Sometimes people are in positions of authority over you because they know it's best. Sometimes people are in positions of authority over top of you because they want to be best. They need to feel best. Toxic positivity. An obsession with positive thinking. And a belief that people should put a positive spin on all experiences, even those that are profoundly tragic. Going back to what we said earlier about like making jokes. About people, you know, maybe with like disabilities or with, you know what I mean? Like people like that kind of, it's hard to put into context. If you're just watching this, it was a discussion we had earlier in the stream. It was much more nuanced than that. I was going to get to a point there. I was looking at something about it. Positive spin. Yeah. So getting back to that, like part of that, here I go generalizing again. It's one of my greatest weaknesses. But really, I just want to to go back to that because it's like forcing someone who's been through something terrible. Oh, I know that's a joke. Cap, you've proved our talks are good. We will have good talks here. You do not ever be afraid to say the wrong thing here. Please. Because I'm not. If I say something you don't like, just say it. You know what I mean? Like that's the beauty of the talks I like to have on the stream. Just say it. Oh, toxicity. Pew, pew. You goofball. But back to the point so I can wrap this stream up. This was a good one. Almost 3.5 hours now because of my fucking rambling. Better make sure my mic is actually working because I was going to post the other one, but the mic was buzzing. So we're good. We're good. I can't look at someone who's been in a horrible accident and tell them, hey, we're going to turn this around and we're going to make you the most successful, I don't know, someone's in a fire. We're going to make you the most successful burn victim in America. It's kind of disrespectful. And as much as it seemed like a fucking, like joke, that's kind of disrespectful to say to them in that moment. We're going to make it okay. It's not okay. Covered in burns. Help me get my pot card. Help me feel better. I don't want things to be okay. I don't want to be better. I want to feel better. I think people deserve that, to be cared for, to be able to be hurt. To be like, no, I'm not all right. I'm not okay. And this isn't going to be okay. Shit, sometimes you have to leave things. I can't play music live anymore. I don't want to anymore. Maybe one day I will. This is a good example of in my personal life. But I can't keep telling myself, Alex, the best thing for you to do is to get back on the horse and to go out there and do it. No. It wouldn't be okay. That's not going to make me okay. It's going to hurt me. It's going to put me in a position where I'm not comfortable. It's going to put me in a position where I'm panicking and anxious, and I'm not doing anything to better myself. I'm just pushing through I'm pushing through something that I'm going to be fearful of when I leave it. It's not, being afraid of a roller coaster and then going on it realizing you love roller coasters. That's reverse generalizing, right? I can't do it because it would hurt me. It would hurt me. So to be positive and good to myself, I can't put a positive spin on that. I need to leave. I need to go. I can't be like, well, let's make this better. Let's heal this. No, I want to go. Let me go. So I can be okay. That's what I'm going through something like that very recently with just a big part of my past. And it hit when I saw toxic positivity. It really did. Because I really got offended at it. Contrary to what I like to, spew about how I'm super free speech and this and that. I get offended easily. I'm sensitive. I'm a really sensitive person. I just don't believe in enforcing that on other people. On taking my sensitivity and making other people have to experience it. I feel like it should be my personal struggle. To a point. And that goes to right there. I feel like it all ties together. It's like my sensitivity should be mine, but to the point where it's like you should know yourself. If it hurts and it really feels wrong, no, you need to say something. You need to be like, this isn't okay. We're not putting a fucking positive spin on this. This sucks. This isn't what we do. This isn't acceptable. And you should be allowed to go and leave if you want to go. I think that's it. That was a fun talk. Thank you for letting me spill my soul on these streams. Not a lot of people watch now, but I hope they watch one day. And it's nice. They're going to be up forever. The kind of content I'm making now, especially in this first week, man, this shit's staying up forever. I want it to be viewed by myself years from now, by my kids, by people who knew me, by people who will know me. I want to try to chronicle whatever this is that I am and going through. And I'm going to set it to the backdrop of playing video games. It's the weird thing we do here. And yes, I'll spill. I am always down to spill. I'll always spill on you, Cap. Oh, Lawman, you came in at the perfect time for an innuendo ender. Yeah, now I'm still alive. I'm literally wrapping up right now, but I'm glad you got to come by and say goodbye. This was a fun stream. This was a fun talk. If you ever want to engage in conversation like this on stream, if you want it to happen, it can always happen. Ask questions. If you hear me say something you don't like, ask me to talk about it, and we'll learn. But that's it. That's the stream today. Today was fun. You're fun. I'm fun. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Or will I? I don't know how to end. It was so profound and deep today. I don't know how to end. So I'll just say goodbye again. Goodbye. You got it. Lawman hooked up Cap for one more, so
What's up, Dad?
Hey,
So can
I'm stretching my tucker. My son comes in. Leave.
What?
Leave.
I wanted to play my baseball
I know.
game on the PS4. It's free. I can't find all my.
Leave the room.
Can I play all?
Leave the room.
Okay. Can I play on the PS4?
Leave the room.
Okay, I'll play on the PS4.
I couldn't do a full bend when the boy walks fully in, because that might get me termed of service. But I don't know. I'm just being a goofball. He waits. He prowls because he waits for me to do the whole "oh, I'm done," and then he likes to burst into the room and do his Kramer. So there it is. All right, now I'm gone for good. You deviants. You get me in trouble with my kid. Have a good one. Always a backflip on the bed. You can do a front flip. That's for next time. Oh, it's so fucking great. This was a good one. Goodbye.